Okay, here we go into Old Jefferson. Actually, I did miss it. I did miss Charles Seafoods. I was too overconfident. I thought, oh, I'll see it on the highway, but I did not. I'll say this about it, it's awesome. A+, we agreed on that, me and the two other people. A+ all the way. $19.95 for a seafood platter. You get salad, fresh salad, gumbo. I had jambalaya grits, which I'd never heard of that. It's like creamy, buttery grits with jambalaya ingredients, except grits instead of rice. Big pieces of fried catfish, a huge bunch of stuffed crab, full of meat, not just stuffing. Big, plump, juicy, delicious fried shrimp, fried oysters. It was beyond belief. Well, I mean, it wasn't beyond belief. We could believe it because we ate it, but it was just fantastic. I'm going to tell you that right now. So if you ever want to have basically the best seafood that you can get a hold of in the New Orleans area, go to Charles Seafoods. It is awesome. Okay, well now we're at the end. Well, let me rephrase that. We're coming to an intersection. This street, 48, will now merge with 90. Now there, over there, you probably can see the Huey P. Long Bridge, built in 1935. It's been since recently, in the last 2 years, renovated, so it's a lot bigger now. Wider, I should say. Not higher, but they widened it. Okay. So 48 and 90 will run together for about a mile or two, and then 48 will branch off back toward US 61 where it ends, and then 90 will continue on to Jacksonville Beach, Florida. So there's the split right there, 90 west to the right, US Highway 90 west, which will take you back to Van Horn, Texas, where it ends almost to El Paso, or east to Florida. There's the bridge going over the river. And here we are, continuing on US 90 East Jefferson Highway. This part of it's Jefferson Highway. Jefferson Highway and 90 is not the same highway. They just intersect and run together for a little while. Oriental Triangle, not a bad place. Actually, it's a very good restaurant. Doesn't look like much, but isn't that the case? Many times, the places that look the least appealing sometimes have the best food for the best prices. This area is kind of called St. George. It's Jefferson Parish. It's Jefferson, Louisiana, in fact. It's Jefferson, Louisiana, and Jefferson Parish. Very old section of town, but that little section right there is called St. George. And all these streets run back towards the river. My mother's old stomping grounds, they used to live close to here, and they were always coming around here. Walking around, going to the store, she said, back in the 1960s, okay? Early to mid-60s. She graduated from high school right here at Riverdale. That's right, with Archie and Jughead. Riverdale. And 66. Although I think Archie and Jughead is based on Riverdale in the Bronx, New York. Not Riverdale High School in Jefferson, Louisiana. But anyway, that's a fact about Riverdale High School, where she went. Haydale's Bakery. We have Haydale's in our family. of our ancestors' family names is, they pronounce it Idel, but they actually came from Heidelberg, Germany. So it's sort of like Heidel, but the French in Louisiana kind of francophoned it to Heidel. Put the windows down, it's getting a little warm. Here's some parrots. We are full of parrots now because all these ships come in from Central America and the birds get on the ship, or the guys, the merchantmen put them on the ships, and then they get loose, and now they're all over New Orleans. It's green with the gray bellies, parrots, pretty big birds, and they proliferated everywhere. Even in Laplace, you'll see them flying around, but in New Orleans, they're just sort of like infested with parrots. The only problem with Jefferson Highway US 90 is you got street lights galore. Basically following, we're not on the river road now. The river road actually, you can drive on the river road back there, but we're paralleling the river road. We really got St. Agnes Catholic Church. Get on Causeway there. This is the beginning of Causeway, which will actually take you across Lake Pontchartrain. It's one of the longest bridges in the world, 25 miles. And always people are slowing. If it's red, you're supposed to stop. Now, right over there is the Camp Parapet to the right. That was a Confederate little fortress or fortification during the invasion when Louisiana was invaded in 1862. But you might be able to see through there the little mound. It's back behind there. There's a little hill, and you can actually go inside the hill. It's like a little chamber, and they had cannons up there. And you can go look at Camp Parapet if you get an appointment. They don't have enough tourists that go, so you got to ask somebody from the state, and they'll take you in there. They don't mind. You just gotta. I guess you can't see it. It's back there. There it is. Might have seen it. Might have seen it in just a flash. Got captured by the U.S. government, U.S. Army in 1862 after they invaded Louisiana. But for 2 years it was, or almost 2 years, a Confederate fortification. And there was a little sign you might have seen about Jefferson Highway State historical marker. Coming up to famous Ochsner Hospital. Alton Ochsner. He was one of my grandfather's professors at Tulane University in the 1930s and 40s. We're going to take another sharp right turn to the north. And then we're going to take a sharp right turn back toward the east. So this US 90 here makes a pretty pronounced dog leg. Well, as you can see, it's mostly an industrial area, but there are lots of people that live around here too. Now I need to go to this place, Krabby Jack's. I understand it's pretty good food. Only open for lunch, but supposed to be pretty dynamite. Now, there's a lot of road work coming up, I'm afraid. So it's going to look kind of ugly. They're doing some upgrades on this highway. And here we go into New Orleans. Jefferson Parish is ending, and now we're in Orleans Parish. New Orleans, you heard me? New Orleans Sewage and Water Board. Water treatment facility. Built in 1895. It's a shame because this street is pretty nice looking when it's not under major construction. I think they're putting all kind of new drainage. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. It's going to take years. You know, this kind of thing always takes years. There's a athletic field there. Okay, we'll stop this for now. Leonidas Street takes you to the river.